There we go. Okay. I have no idea if people are even going to show up for this because it was like unannounced and I just decided to give it a shot, but let's see. Oh, we have a watcher. Might just be me. There we go. I fixed it. There was something wrong with it. Oh. I see someone lurking in there. Hello there, Balantoth. How you doing? Well, I hadn't thought of that, Elliot. Hey, Star Wars Junk. Hey, Brett GB. It's not a public stream, Elliot, so I'm hoping that... Roger, Roger, nice catch. Yeah, Star Wars Junk. I got a lot of Star Wars junk. Kongwonga99. Yeah, kick it off. What are the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field? 3,720 to 1. Star Wars Junk. I am both in and from Atlanta. Adam Wellman. Who are the 3 Jedi that accompanied Mace Windu when he went to arrest the Emperor? Saesee Tiin, Agen Kolar, and Kit Fisto. I have some history with that question, actually, so that one's going to be stuck in my head forever. Oh, no way! Very cool, Star Wars Junk. I had no idea you were from the South. We'll talk after this. It's so hard to find other YouTubers in Georgia. Kongwong99. What does Obi-Wan tell R4 to contact Coruscant from Camino? He tells... Okay, it's like a very specific thing. He says... Scramble... Code 5, care of... Scramble something 5 to Coruscant, care of the old folks' home. I can never remember what he tells him to scramble specifically. Hit me up with the answer, if you can. Hi, Brisket. Oh, Ryder, how many lines of dialogue does Boba Fett have in the OT? Oh, that's a good one. As you wish. What if he doesn't survive? He's no good to me dead. Or no, he's no good to me dead, and then there's... What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. I'm going to go with 3 lines, but I'm going to need you to confirm that. Elliot, this is movie-only trivia. Roger, Roger, I actually saw Robo-Vampire say that, and I gave him a shout-out. So yeah, he needs to contact me. Name of the planet where Kenobi fought Grievous in Revenge of the Sith. Utapau. Shunt 1990. Balantoth, what's the first line in The Phantom Menace? Captain. Tell them we wish to land immediately. Tyler Williams, what does TIE mean in TIE Fighter? Twin ion engine. Templin Institute. Which Gamera movie? Okay, we're just skipping you. Hey, Templin. Oh, it actually is a Star Wars question. Tried to capitalize on the success of Star Wars by including a shameless ripoff of the Star Destroyer. It failed and the studio went bankrupt. I have no idea. Gamera versus Mothra. I don't know. Writer, 4 lines. Thank you. I will have to look that up. Star Wars junk. Every planet we've seen Yoda on. Oof. Okay, I'm going movie only. Coruscant. Naboo. Then it's Coruscant again. Then Geonosis. And then... yeah, he just goes to Kashyyyk. And then Dagobah. Right? Feels like there might be one more, but I'm going to say 5. 5 planets, and if I'm wrong, correct me, please. Vrisket, what does Baze call Jyn before the Battle of Scarif? Good question. Little Sister. How many Thai variants are there in the films? Roger, Roger. Oh. There's the normal, the bomber, the interceptor. Technically, there's the shuttle. Not just technically. There's 2 of them. There's the Striker, the Reaper. Did I say the interceptor? Shoot. I don't think I... normal, bomber, shuttle, Reaper, Striker, interceptor. Silencer. First Order, normal, and Special Forces. So 9. I'm going to go with 9. Ooh, how many legs does an Acklay have, Kurt Wedden? Are you counting the front claws? I'm going to say... no. I'm going to say 6 back legs, and then the claws are separate. Levante Sabo, in Episode 3, when Anakin is late from the briefing, what 2 planets does Obi-Wan mention where the Republic is winning? Seleucami and Boz Pity. Kong Wong of The Last Jedi and The Clone Wars are included. Brett GB, what is Vader's first line in A New Hope? I actually got this question in my last Schmoedown, and I mostly got it. Like, I got it close enough that they gave it to me. Like, getting quotes exact is tough for me, but it's, What have you done with those plans? Oh, no. Shoot. Like, I'm blanking on it again, and I still almost got it. Where are those transmissions you received? What have you done with those plans? And what are Vader's final words, Ryder? You already have, Luke. You already have. Tell your sister you were right. I'm going to go with you were right. Gamera Super Monster. Well, I learned something new there today. Oh, Ryder, yeah, Octo. Physically, I don't know if that... yeah, I should count that. He was on Octo. Yeah, Endor too. I wasn't thinking Force Ghosts, but yeah, I think I should. What is the name of the asteroid where Luke and Leia were born? That was Polis Massa. Liam Loyo, I am ready for Solo. Kurt Wedden, how many Gamorreans are eaten by Jabba's Rancor? Just the one, right? Just one falls in that we see. Okay. I'm finally getting caught back up on the chat. Adam Wellman, what species of creature does Obi-Wan ride on Utapau? It's a Varactyl named Boga. Vrisket, how many planets were hit by the Death Star's laser? Just the 2. Oh, 3. Yep, Scarif. 3. Almost got me there. Star Wars junk, how many dewbacks are in the original 1977 theatrical cut of Star Wars? I think 2. I think there's one off in the distance and then one in front of the cantina. What planet does Plo Koon die on, Zephyrax? Cato Nemoidia. Roger, Roger. How many speeder bikes are destroyed in episode 6? Oh. My. I think there's like 5 in that opening sequence, and then that one gets wrapped around the tree. I'll go with 6, but that's kind of a guess. It's an educated guess. I'm not confident on it. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? I just can't escape that. Always comes back. Connor Alpha, before they changed it during filming, what was Rey's original name in The Force Awakens? Kira. And now it's in Solo. Eric Hartkopf, what is Jango Fett's home planet? Oh, Concord Dawn, right? I'd be surprised if that were in the trivia, but it's also, I could see it possibly being in there. Kong Wonga 99, how many bounty hunter heads are displayed to Jabba in the Clone Wars movie? Good question. Because that's easily got to be my weakest movie. Quotes and probably the Clone Wars where I'm going to struggle the most. I'm going to say 3, but I'll need you to tell me the real answer. GP, what's the name of the general captain who leads the Death Star briefing? I'm confused by general/captain, but are you talking about in A New Hope? Also, I'm blanking on his name. I mean, I think I know who you're talking about. I always forget his name for no reason. I always think of Mahdi, and that's not it. General... The general with the haircut. Oh my gosh. This is good. I need to get this out of the way before I'm in the Schmoedown. Oh my gosh. Why can't I remember his name? Alright, I don't want to just sit here looking off into the distance, so you're going to have to tell me. Oh, that's going to kill me. I'm just looking for your answer now, and I'll go back up in the chat, because this is bothering me so much. The officer that was choked by Vader is Admiral Mahdi. I can think of, like, everyone else in that room, except for that general. What's his name? I know Chief Bast and Wolf Yularen. Alright, I'll scroll back up for a minute. Who's the clone that Obi-Wan specifically names during the space battle over Coruscant Revenge of the Sith? Oddball. What kind of weapon does Luke pull to himself when trying to shoot Jabba? I guess I'd just call it a blaster. If you were looking for the specific model, I do not know it. Luke's Stormtrooper disguise in Episode 4 has what name? TK-421. How many bounty hunters are in the meeting Vader holds in Empire Strikes Back? Bonus points to name them. Boba Fett, IG-88, Dengar, Bosk, Zuckuss, and Forlom. 6. What mix-up led to the name Scarif? It was a Starbucks barista writing Scarif instead of Gareth's name, I think, right? What human Star Wars character was played by 2 different actors in A New Hope? Are we talking about Vader? Because David Prowse and James Earl Jones? Is that what you're going for? If there's someone else, then I don't know it. Oh, the director of photography for Episode 2. I have no idea. They usually don't ask behind-the-scenes questions, but they have before. So that, man, still keep those coming. How many officers does Vader force choke on screen? Mahdi, Ozzel, and I would count Nita we see the tail end of that, but still. Tag, General Tag. Thank you, guys. Ugh. That's so annoying. Man. That was in there somewhere. I just couldn't pull out the file. Yeah, Kongwonga, I do not know what species those bounty hunter heads were. What model are Jango Fett's blasters? Eric Hartkopf? I have no idea. You're going to have to tell me that. Is Stinger in the name? That pops into my head for some reason. Who is the senator played by George Lucas in the prequels, Zephrax? It's Baron Papanoida, right? Yeah. How many times do Force Ghosts appear in the films? Obi-Wan twice, technically, in Empire. And then Obi-Wan again in Return of the Jedi. And then the group shot in Return of the Jedi. And Yoda in The Last Jedi. I think that's it. So 5 times. What's the name of the general that appears alongside Tarkin in Rogue One and appears later at the Death Star briefing? I think it's General Ramadi. I'm going to need you to confirm that, though. But I think it's Ramadi. LWR 18121221. Good question. The Empire Strikes Back primarily takes place in 2 sectors. The Sluis sector, that includes the Dagobah system, and this sector that includes the other planets in the films. Anoat, or Anoat. I can never remember how to say it. A-N-O-A-T. DL-18. Levinte, thank you. That's the blaster that Luke pulled. Okay. DL-18. Oh, yeah! Star Wars junk. Yeah, of course. Wedge. It was Colin... and then Dennis Lawson. And technically a third provided the voice. So, but yeah, I totally forgot about Wedge. Declan O'Keefe, Kin didn't know this yesterday. I'm hoping you do. What's the name of Jabba's sail barge? Oh. Well, you stumped both of us. I have no idea. I don't know. Pleasure Town. How many Hutts show up in the Clone Wars movie? I can only think of 3, but that means there's probably more. I can't remember if the whole Hutt Council's there or not, but I'm just going to go with the 3 I know. Jabba, Zero, and Rada. Ewan McGregor's brother is in the Royal Air Force. What is his call sign? I'm going to guess Obi-Wan. I feel like I've read this before, but I'm not sure. Kurt Wedden, what was the filming location for Nema Outpost? Tunisia? Or was it Morocco? I feel like they did go to Morocco at some point, but I know they also went to Tunisia. I'm going to stick with Tunisia, but I'm not sure. Kevin Adkins, which character is partially named after George Lucas's son, Zet Jukasa? Brisket, how many transports survived the Battle of Hoth? Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna guess 10, but I'm gonna need you to tell me the answer. In Rogue One, Tarkin tells Krennic that the Empire needs a statement, not a manifesto, writer. Kongwonga, what battle did Poe hear of Holdo from? The Battle of Chiron Belt. Or Chiron? I think it's Chiron. Declan O'Keefe, the Katana. Okay, thank you. I like that. Katana. The call sign is Obi-2. I was close. That's funny, though. Kind of like, take him down a peg. Miguel Alonso, does Ahsoka outrank Rex? I think so. She's a commander, isn't she? Yeah. He's a captain. And I think Commander. I'm not. The ranking system in Star Wars has always been weird, but I would say yes. Ooh, what sector is said to have enemy ships right before Akbar says it's a trap? Joe the Hobo. Good question. Admiral, we have enemy ships in sector. I'm gonna say 3. I'm pretty sure it ends in a 7. I'm gonna say 327, but I don't know. I need you to answer that one for me. What character retconned as a Jedi appears in the background in The Phantom Menace on Tatooine? I'm guessing Aurra Sing? Oh, no. That's Bounty Hunter. Quinlan Voss. That's who you're talking about. Roger. How many Tusken Raiders do we see during the pod race? 3? That's a good one. I don't know. LWR, what was the name of the pilot that took out the bridge of the Executor, Arvel Crinid? How many times do Kylo and Rey force time in The Last Jedi? That's a good one, Joe. There's a time in the medical bay in the hut, and then there's the time in the rain under the Falcon, and then at night when he's shirtless, and then in the hut again, and then one more time at the end of the movie. I'm going to say 5 times. Brisket, 13 transports survived. Okay. 10 was pretty close. Declan, about this. Yeah, I know that this isn't like a public live stream because I don't want it to be, because I can't do it for much longer. I just wanted to do something casual and fun, and also if this were public, I wouldn't be able to keep up with the chat like I am, so this is much easier. Roger, what does Captain Rex say outranks everything? Experience. Joe the Hobo, it's sector 47. 47. Okay, at least I got the 7. I was on my way there. I just guessed 327 because that number appears constantly in Star Wars. Eric Hartkopf, what are the names of the 3 beasts on Geonosis? The Reek, the Acklay, and the Nexu. Tyler Williams, what's the name of the pink droid in the background at the end of The Force Awakens? R2KT. Right? I know there's an R2QT, but I think that one's R2KT. It says Star Wars junk. Super hard question. Akbar says it's a blank. Trap. Brisket, how wide is the Supremacy? I think it's 60 kilometers, but could you please confirm my accuracy on that? Kong Wonga, what movie are the Togruta introduced? Attack of the Clones. I don't think Shakti is in The Phantom Menace. Levente Sabo, what is a curse word that a protocol droid says to 3PO on Cloud City? A chuta. It's very rude. What's the name of the astro droids that Obi-Wan has in Revenge of the Sith? Okay, I know R4P17 because I got that one in the last Schmoedown. And the second one is, the gold one is R4G9. Connor Alpha, what was the first line of dialogue in Star Wars? Did you hear that? 3PO to R2. Eckerd Slatter, hello. What is the name of the Trade Federation official the Jedi are supposed to meet with in The Phantom Menace? Newt Gunray. Declan, what is the name of the Red Clone Commander in Revenge of the Sith and the Clone Wars? Commander Fox. The guy from Coruscant, right? I couldn't remember if he was in Revenge of the Sith, but I'm going with Fox. LWR, what's the name of the admiral in charge of Imperial Space Forces at Scarif? Oh, that's a good one, and I don't know it. Yeah, I'm going to need you to answer that one for me. Trying to think if it's in there somewhere, but I don't think it is. Rogue One is one I need to study more. What is the name of the Dracelian who appears in Return of the Jedi? Orimako? I'm pretty sure the Dracelian is Prune Face, right? So, and I think his name is Orimako. In real life, this material made up of nitrobenzene, saltpeter, sulfur, and diatomaceous earth would have caused Bespin to explode. Tabana gas? I don't know. How many ships crashed into the shield at the Battle of Scarif? 2 X-Wings. What's the name of the Super Star Destroyer that Han captures on Kashyyyk? Or just the regular Star Destroyer. That one is not going to be... That won't be in the Schmoedown, thankfully, because I don't know it. It's going to be movie only. But it probably has something very ominous sounding, like a cursor or something like that, but I can't remember. What does Han Solo respond to the stormtrooper who calls when they are in the Death Star's prison? He says a lot of things, but situation normal. I'm trying to think of what he says first. Everything's under control, situation normal? How many limbs are lost in The Empire Strikes Back? The Wampa loses 1. Luke obviously loses 1. 3PO loses 4, kinda. So 6. What is the name of the clone commander on Kashyyyk in Revenge of the Sith? That was... I gotta keep them all... Yeah, Bly was the 327, so Gree. What planet did Ki-Adi-Mundi die on? I always have to think of this because I get Christophsis and Megiddo confused, but he was on Megiddo. Confirm that for me, please. What's the name of the actor who played Fake Wedge? Star Wars Junk brought him up earlier, but it's Colin something, and I can't remember his last name. In the Clone Wars, the droid Kronos 327, see there's that number again, takes a mission to which moon of Yaut? I have no idea. Great question. LWR, Admiral Gorin. Apparently he survived the Star Destroyers. Wow, I didn't know that. Admiral Gorin. I'm going to have to look that up later. How many films include the surname Antilles not relating to Wedge? The Phantom Menace has Bail Antilles. Revenge of the Sith has Captain Antilles. A New Hope. Well, is it mentioned? Yes, 3PO mentions him in A New Hope. I can't remember if his name is mentioned in Scarif, or in Rogue One. So I'm going with 3. I'll need you to confirm that. Connor Alpha, what does BB-8 say to Poe before they take on the Dreadnought? I have a bad feeling about this. Happy beeps, buddy. Reefton, what is the name of the security captain of Naboo in Episode 1? That would be Korsh Panaka. LWR, how many planets are visited during the Order 66 scene? Bonus points if you can name them all. Do you want to count Kashyyyk? Because, I mean, it is kind of cut in between there. Kashyyyk, Megiddo again, Cato Nemoidia, Felucia, Coruscant, kinda. But I think you're looking for more of those specific 3, so I'll stick with those 3. How many cameras? Come on, Eckert. How many cameras do Han and the gang shoot out in the detention block? Like, I don't know. 7. I have no idea. What cell number is Leia in A New Hope, Roel? All right, there's a few numbers being thrown around. I think it's cell block AA23, but her cell number is 2187. If you can confirm that for me, I'm not 100% on it, but I think I got those two things right. On what part of the Star Destroyer does the Falcon hide to avoid being tracked? The backside of the bridge? I honestly don't know if that thing has like a name, but it's near the garbage chute. If it has a real name, shoot it to me. What's the name of the new TIE model on Scarif and Rogue One? The TIE Striker, and there's also the TIE Reaper, but that's more like a troop transport, not a TIE fighter, I'd say. Miguel Alonso, what planet does Plo Koon die on? Cato Nemoidia. GP, how many movies has Boba Fett appeared in? Attack of the Clones. Technically A New Hope, Special Edition. Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith. Return of the Jedi. So, 4. Yes, 4. The 12th moon of Yaut. Ugh, Kurt, man, that's a tough one. The 12th moon of Yaut. Kong Wonga, what's the name of Bib Fortuna's cousin, Beezer Fortuna, as seen in Rogue One? Star Wars junk? You went over my head too on the Rusty Miller one. Eckert's Ladder, what's the name of the Star Destroyer the ion cannon knocks out in ESB? Good one. I know the Avenger is Nita's Star Destroyer. They always sound so ominous. I feel like it... Oh, I feel like it's in there and I can't pull it out. There's something that I always get confused with the Avenger, and I feel like that's it. And I can't remember it. So, yeah, Eckerts, if you can shoot me that answer. Man, that's kind of like the General Tag one. It's eaten at me. Like, I feel like I should know it. Beyond Rogue, how many times does Anakin claim to have saved Obi-Wan's skin in Revenge of the Sith? How many times does Obi-Wan claim to have been saved? Anakin says 10, Obi-Wan says 9, because that business on Cato Nemoidia doesn't count. Joe Donahue, the 2 youngest senators ever to serve in the Galactic Senate Imperial Senate were women. Who were they? Leia and the other one, I don't know, it's like a toss-up between Padme, Mon Mothma, and Holdo. I'm gonna guess Padme, but I don't know. Tell me who that second one was. I'm not a scrub, Eckerts. This is why I'm practicing, so I don't scrub out later. The Tyrant, thank you. I scrolled down to look at that. Joe the Hobo, after Ben Kenobi leaves Luke, Han, and Chewie in the control room, what does Han tell Luke? Where did you dig up that old fossil? Ben is a great man. Yeah, great at getting us into trouble. Okay, thank you, Tim. Antilles is called by name in Rogue One as well. Okay, good to remember. Oh yeah, Utapau, LWR, I forgot about that. And Seleucami. Who's on Seleucami? Molly and I were literally like watching Revenge of the Sith right before we did this. We're gonna go out and meet up some friends and get some dinner very soon. But we haven't gotten to the Order 66 part yet. Name of the trooper killed in the Millennium Falcon on the Death Star. TK-421. The holiday special for Boba Fett. They're not going to include that one. How many times did Han have to fire at the probe droid? I think it was 2. That's what my gut's telling me. Could be... I'm going to stick with 2. What animal does Han mention after Luke comes out of the Bacta tank? You look good enough to pull the ears off a Gundark. Malin Toth, where did Dooku and Jango Fett meet? On one of the moons of Bogdan. What does Finn shout when he sees Kylo taking Rey in The Force Awakens? Rey? And no a lot? Where'd we go? In The Last Jedi, what does Yoda say is the burden of all masters? They are what we are what they grow beyond, I think is the quote. We are what they grow beyond. I think. Which movie has the most and least wipe transitions? Good one, Connor Alpha. I know The Last Jedi had the least. Oh, I'm going to say... Man, that's tough. I forget what has the most. I'm going to guess Attack of the Clones, because there's like a lot of moving pieces there. But I'm going to need that one answered for me. I don't know. Roel Besters. Which Jedi are killed way too easily by Palp when Mace wants to arrest them? All 3 of them. Agent Kolar, Kit Fisto, and Sacy Tin. GP, complete the quote. The blank is at your disposal count. The Techno Union. What species is the bounty hunter Zam Wessel? Claudite. Kurt Wedden. Joe Donahue. Mon Mothma is the second one. The second senator. Thank you. Joe Labrosse. What 2 actors from The Force Awakens starred together in the film Ex Machina? Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson. Roger. How many TIE variants in the films are capable of being equipped with bombs? 2? I know the Striker and the Bomber, obviously. Maybe the Silencer? I'm going to guess 2. Name the... Oh, yeah, that's... Name the Jedi confused with Adi Gallia killed during Order 66. That's when we go to Seleucumai. Okay. Okay. But now I gotta remember her name. Adi Gallia and... Oh, that's a good question. I don't think I'm gonna pull that one out. That's gonna bug me. But yeah, I'm gonna need that one answered. Stas Ali, Kongwanga, thank you. I'm just glad I didn't look down in the chat. That's her, though. What did Anakin put in his backpack to trick Count Dooku into thinking it was Rhoda? I gotta watch the Clone Wars again, and soon. I went to Star Wars trivia last night out at a bar, and they had the Clone Wars movie on. I should have paid closer attention, but I was doing trivia. Like, I don't know, a droid head, but I don't know. Good question. Joe Donahue, in the current canon, how many Kyber crystals would have been in Darth Maul's lightsaber? 2? 1 on each side? Kurt Wedden, which Ewok hijacks an Imperial speeder bike? That would be Poplu. He's such a little scamp. Beyond Rogue, what is the name of the bartender in the Mos Eisley Cantina? Woo her. Eckerd's Ladder, from left to right. In what order do the bounty hunters stand in ESB? I think it is Dengar, Boba Fett, IG-88, Bosk, Zuckuss, Forlom. Not positive on that. Reefton, what does Anakin say in Episode 2 after his lightsaber is destroyed? Obi-Wan's gonna kill me. Connor Alpha, the Phantom Menace has 55 wipes. I should probably memorize the number of wipes. I could see that happening, and that would be annoying. But that question being asked. How many degrees does Palpatine turn when he jumps in an apparently suicidal attempt, but actually kills 3 Jedi? Okay, so how many times does he rotate? I'm gonna say 720. Right? I think he spins twice, so I'll go with 720. A 1080 sounds like too much, even for him. What is the name of the medical droid that gives Luke his robot hand in ESB? 21B. Which planet is located outside of the Rishi Maze? Camino. I think the quote is actually just south of the Rishi Maze, which just doesn't make sense to me on a galaxy-wide scale. How is something south in space? I don't know. Who wants to sell some death sticks? He doesn't want to sell them anymore, but Elon Sleazebagano used to want to. What kind of wrench does Rey ask Finn for when repairing the Falcon? I have no idea. Great question. A socket wrench? I know that's wrong, but I'm going to need the answer to that. What is Obi-Wan's call sign during the Battle of Coruscant? Red Leader. I will always remember that one because I missed it in the last Schmoedown. I guessed Saber 2, like an idiot. I had this whole train of thought in my head where I was like, maybe. Whoa, Joe, why would he have 6 Kyber crystals? I think it's just 2. I mean, technically, I think he could have more. I think maybe, or if you're talking about Heir to the Jedi, when Luke opens up that lightsaber and there are 3 in there, I think you could have more or less, but I would assume that he only had 2 total. LWR, what is the name of the first ship destroyed at Endor by the second Death Star? Ooh, that's a good one. And that's another one that I'm I know that I've answered this before. I'm just gonna say the Liberty. I don't think that's right, but what's the only Star Wars movie not nominated for visual effects? Gosh. I don't know. Was The Last Jedi? I feel like it was sound mixing, sound editing. I'm going to say The Last Jedi. That seems unlikely, but I'll just take a guess. What actor appears out of costume during the cantina in Attack of the Clones? 2 of them, actually. Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks, and Anthony Daniels, C-3PO. Roger, what's the full name of the TIE silencer? Oh, man, I don't know. I know it's not TIE SI, it's TIE... I can't remember what the extra letters are. It's TIE / maybe S for stealth or something, but yeah, I don't know. A Harris wrench. That's okay. Rey asks Finn for a Harris wrench. How many rebels die at the Battle of Yavin on screen? Oh man, you monster. You're asking some really sit and count ones. Alright, there's the guy that Iden shoots. Porkins. And then there's the 3 Y-Wings, 3 X-Wings, and Biggs. R.I.P. So yeah, I'll say 9. But is there more? I'm going to stick with 9. Those are what I remember. Ooh. But does someone else blow up? Nah, it's just don't overthink it. Just 9. Star Wars junk. What's the only scene in The Phantom Menace that does not have any CGI? Um. I feel like there's multiple. There has to be, right? But, I mean, I can think of off the top of my head the scene inside the ship where Padme is, like, congratulating R2-D2. I'm pretty sure there's no CGI in that. LWR, what's the name of the Venator? Oh, was I right? It was the Liberty? Huh. It was in there. What's the name of the Venator that fired on the Invisible Hand during the Battle of Coruscant? Oh, I do not... Oh, wait, no, that's the Liberty. And I don't remember... Now, maybe I'm getting things mixed up now. So many ship names. They're so hard to keep track of. What two character actors reprised their roles in the Clone Wars, but not the show? Oh, Samuel L. Jackson and Christopher Lee. Revenge of the Sith did not get an FX nomination. Learned that. Didn't know that before. How big is a Womp Rat? Not much bigger than 2 meters. Joe Donahue, at the conclusion of A New Hope, how many live and how many... Oh, did that just get deleted? Hey.
Time to go.
We ready to go? We're actually about to head out and go do some other trivia. All right, what I'm going to do... I'm scrolling down, so LWR... Oh, the Liberty was at Endor. I was right. Okay, so I'm going to start at LWR and read back up until I'm at all the questions that were asked. How old was Padme when she became queen? 14 years old. Oh, or was she 13? I'm going to stick with 14. How many resistance bombers attacked the Dreadnought? Oh.
How many bombers?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I tried to count that on the screen, but...
I'm trying to think of the ones that we see blow up. Like 3 get blown up in succession, and I think there was a 4th. I'm gonna say 5.
It was more than 5.
You're more than 5.
Yeah, I am.
What's the name of the droid that helps Padme give birth? Oh, dang.
I just know that she goes,
Uba.
Uba.
Maybe it's Uba.
The birthing droid.
I can't remember. In Return of the Jedi, what makes Lando realize it's a trap? Because their communication's jammed, but that should just mean invasion. But how can they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming? How many droids do Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan destroy in the Trade Federation ship? Like
a lot. All of them. No.
8. That's tough. They're asking some tough ones, like a lot of how many's. When I do this again, which I will probably do this again, like tomorrow, probably.
I'm gonna chime in tomorrow.
Yeah, what I need work on is like quotes. I'm really tough. Like I'm not great with quotes. The TIE VN Space Superiority Fighter. Okay, he asked me that earlier. Oh, Star Wars junk. The gas scene. Okay. The Rancor's native planet, Skunkberry 33, is Dathomir. What type of shielding protects the thermal exhaust port on the first Death Star? Wow.
Bad shielding.
I didn't even know it had shielding. Whatever it is, yeah, it's terrible. How many seismic charges are deployed by the Slave One in Attack of the Clones, Kurt? I think 3.
3.
Okay, it is 7, and we need to go. But this was fun. This was good. This was very difficult.
Yeah, we're going to do this tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to do it tomorrow while we prep for Solo. Just give me something to do while we wait. But thank you guys. This was seriously very helpful. So, yeah, the more I miss now, hopefully the fewer I miss later. But thanks for the help, and keep an eye on probably Twitter, because I'm not going to make it public just because it's much easier to manage the chat when it's at like this level. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.